Let's talk about it. The established titles response, ladies and gentlemen, because the big, I guess, a big fiasco that's been happening lately is the established. I actually haven't watched any of the. I've watched one of the videos that have been talking about being a scam. So obviously, I'm not super educated on it. I did get sponsored by them. I have sponsored them before, and how I viewed it was a basic gag gift, you know. I mean, that's really all it felt like. It's kind of like that thing where you pay to have a star named after you, you know, that shit. It's like that type of thing. It's just like a gimmick, like novelty gag gift. It wasn't anything fancy. Turns out, you know, a big scam. Everyone's getting upset about it. You know, people have got upset with me about it. And this is their official response. They said I was allowed to use this. They sent this to me personally. I'm assuming they sent it to all the other people who got sponsored by them. So first of all, they are pulling out every sponsorship that they have with YouTubers. I'm not sure for how long, but you're not going to see established titles for a while. And their reasoning for that is they don't want the YouTubers to get the heat for it, which is commendable. You know, I appreciate that. I wasn't going to take any more sponsors from them, you know, even if, say, on off chance it wasn't a scam and they were just misinformed. I'm still not going to do it because it's just going to make me look bad. But still, the fact that they did that they said, we're just going to pull out all the sponsorships is that's pretty good. That's pretty awesome for them. And which sucks for me because I had a Kami Koto Knives and an established title sponsor for next month. So now I don't have any sponsors, but whatever. It doesn't really bother me that much. I just wanted to joke about that. All right. So here's the thing that they sent me. We have recently come under a targeted, completely unfounded attack based on bogus claims from someone making a career out of personal attacks in an attempt to gain viewership. All right. Is this a YouTuber? Is this a YouTuber or a company? That did not start off good. This literally sounds like they sound hurt. This does not sound like a business response. This sounds like a personal vendetta. I didn't like that first sentence. We deeply appreciate those creators that have come out in support for us and people who have voiced their refusal to participate in this cruel and vicious attempt to cancel and slander us, which I would just like to mention. I'm not, you know, promoting anyone to slander them or you know, cancel them because, again, I don't know enough. You know, I could go off of, you know, a YouTuber that, you know, maybe researched a little bit, but at the end of the day, I don't know anything. So I'm not going to do that. But if they are under fire, I'm not going to sponsor them. Moving on. We are also deeply shocked that he would encourage. Okay, so they are really targeting he. Who is he, by the way? Wasn't there multiple YouTubers? Who is he? I don't like he. I don't like that they're like this guy, this YouTuber. This feels weird. Scott who? Like, is that his YouTuber name? Scott? Some random guy named Scott Schaefer. Oh. Again, chat, you could type in the comments all you want. I can't believe Pig didn't research about this before he sponsored it. Hey, sorry, I made a mistake. You know, you could chastise me all you want for me not researching, okay? But yeah, I didn't know about that. Anyway, we are also so deeply shocked that he would encourage an attack on other creators. Did he? Did he do that? Based on warping information that has already been openly shared and available from the very beginning? Wait, did he attack other YouTubers for sponsoring that? Did he actually do that? No, yeah, I feel like he would get flack for that. I thought from what I've heard that he was saying, you know, it's not the YouTuber's fault. They didn't really know. And I think the only thing he said is like, you know, YouTubers should do their research, right? Isn't that basically what they said? Anyway, we asked that creators stand by what they believe and assess the claims for themselves. So this is them, like, I guess this was supposed to be like the proof of them. We're going to go over the proof. They did send me proof. They sent me proof. By the way, so, but anyway, this is like them, you know, showing, hey, look how many trees we planted. Moving on. Established titles is a fun gift meant for a good laugh, and we have absolutely transparent about this from day one. To compare us to going into someone's house and stealing is deeply offensive, and not only undermines our own work, but the good work of the charities and the creators that we have worked with. In the past 2 years, we have done more tangible work in the preservation of woodlands in Scotland than anyone else to our knowledge. That is a beefy claim. That is a very beefy claim. You better back this one up. This includes donating to plant over 2 million trees and acquiring over hundreds of acres of land and contractually committing to preserve it in its natural state. This year, we are slated to be Trees for the Future's Giving Tuesday partner, matching all donations up to $50,000. It is a shame that this attempt to cancel us will make these efforts in our future that much harder. See, the thing is, if they are doing this stuff, if they are doing these fantastic things, planting trees and whatever the Trees for the Future's Giving Tuesday partner thing, that sucks. You know, like if they are doing all this and they are getting shit on, that sucks. But I don't really know. And also the response so far has been very immature. All the funding for established titles has come from Galton Voicey Limited, which has been mainly funded by William Wolfram, which I don't know who that is or what that is. Without this funding, we would have never been able to acquire our initial plots of land in Scotland or invest in bold marketing efforts as we have. Thank you, Anastasia, for the 5. Established titles pushed my gram down the stairs. This has led to hundreds of acres of land being conserved and millions of trees planted, not to mention the thousands of smiles on people's faces as they gifted to their family members, loved ones, close friends, and in some cases, even their pets. Galton Boise has supported us since day one, even though they knew that their initial funding for this conservation project would most likely lead to financial loss. This year alone, Galton Boise has made a multi-million-dollar loss on established titles. Sponsoring all those videos isn't cheap. Which, I mean, I'll give them that. They do pay decent. Like, they're like middle of the pack for the sponsors I've had. They're pretty in the middle, you know. And for something like this, like, you know, you wouldn't expect much. Someone said you can't actually use the Lord Lady status. I never believed that. I always thought that was just a joke, you know. I thought that was just like, that was the meme. You know what I mean? Okay, anyway, continue to give their full support as they strongly believe that established titles will not only grow to become a terrific business in the long run, but also a great example of how you can do well by doing good. After all, what other businesses of our size has planted over 2 million trees? Such... Okay, you're humble bragging right now. Come on, man, you're bragging right here. This is not a well thought out response. You can't brag in your response, man. I mean, after all, what other businesses of our size has ever planted over 2 million trees in such a short period? Who? Who? You want what I am getting? Nah, I didn't really like it last time. So whatever Ezra wants, just get me something from that. While conserving hundreds of acres of woodland, it feels personal. Okay, I don't know, Amy. Just ask Ezra what he wants, and I'll eat what he picks, what restaurant he picks. I just don't want Poke Bowl right now. We're extremely proud of the work that the teams at Galton, Boise, Trifecta Retail Ventures, and fail ventures have done across over 70 businesses around the world. I especially want to thank William. Many entrepreneurs, after making some money, would simply sit back on a beach somewhere. Oh, man. This is so bitter. This is so bitter, man. This is not a good response. I'm sorry. I had high hopes for this. This is not a good response. Many entrepreneurs, after making some money, would simply sit back on a beach somewhere drinking Mai Tais, but he has reinvested virtually all of the money that has been made into funding new ventures and supporting young entrepreneurs, even when the path to profitability has been unclear or several years away. He wants pizza or burger. I'll take either. If it's pizza, pepperoni. If it's burger, just give me just pickles and mayo. Yeah, this is terrible. Like, just take out the Mai Tai part. Take out the even when part. Like, it's just bitter, man. You want Freddy's? Yeah, I'm down with Freddy's. Give me burger, fries, pickle, mayo. I'm an American and moved to Hong Kong as a child from Paris with my family. Wait, what? He or she, I'm not sure. I am American and moved to Hong Kong as a child from Paris with my family before moving to the UK as a young adult. I moved back to Hong Kong, as many do, for my family, to use the place of my childhood as a tool in trying to create a witch hunt. To use the place of my childhood as a tool in trying to create a witch hunt is mean and hurtful. Wait, did someone do did someone do that? Did someone attack this person's childhood? This really just feels like someone got hurt really bad and is like venting. I'm so lost right now. That's what this is just like, this does not feel like a company response. This feels like just a person's response. Like a regular person. This does not feel like a company response. Thank you, Kitty Pie, for the 2. Get a burger that's not pickle and mayo. No, I need the pickle and mayo. With respect to my other claims, there has been absolutely nothing new brought to light. We brought a couple hundred acres of land in Scotland, have pledged to protect it and keep it as is forever, and plant a tree with every order we get through one of our tree planting partners. We have always been clear that our certificates are based on historic Scottish customs of calling landowners lairds, lords, or ladies, and that it does not grant you the right to rule or make you a member of a royal family, nor the right to peerage. I mean, yeah. Thank you, Allison, for 20. Your work experience is just the same as mine. People treat introverts like dirt. Very true. Yeah, that is very true. I assume you're talking about yesterday. Or not yesterday, 2 days ago. But yeah, I get that, because I've always assumed it was a gag gift. I always assumed it was just like a basic fun little thing. And the thing that made me think that the price was worth it is the fact that you are technically buying a piece of land to preserve land and also paying money in order to, get a tree planted and money to charity, while they're also trying to make a profit as well. So, yeah, I don't think anyone has ever said that it's not, that it grants you the right to rule. I mean, that's been pretty obvious. And every single one of the things that they gave me, that they made that a strong point of me to say every time. Then they should have said it was a gag gift. I feel like you're stupid if you think it's not a gag gift. You know what I mean? Because, like, for example, in every one of my sponsorships, I say, it doesn't make you like a lord or lady that you could rule over someone. It's just like stating that you own a plot of land in Scotland. That's the bit. You know, it's the equivalent of buying a star and naming it after you. You know, it's just novelty. It's not actually a thing. I feel like you're stupid if you actually believe that it's real. You know what I mean? But you can actually put Lord and Lady on cards and such, though. That's the one bit I don't know. They tell me that you can do that. And every one of my things that they give me, they always say that. I always say that line. And I don't know. I don't know if anyone's ever tried it. I have no idea. But I don't know. That's what people have a problem with. I guess it makes sense. I guess when you add that layer in there of, saying you could do this with it, you know, then it kind of gets a little iffy. We have always hoped that our customers enjoy the experience as much as we do, and the vast, vast majority of Lord and Ladies do. But if they don't, for whatever reason, we have always honored refund and cancellation requests fully. We still donate to the plant and tree for the order regardless. We appreciate the support we have received so far from both our customers and you, our creators, and we hope that you will have the strength to stand by and not join in with the mob. It feels weird. Because here's what I think they should have done. Instead of doing all this, don't do a witch hunt, don't do this, don't do that. You know what you should do is numbers, receipts, facts, logic. You know, just don't care about your feelings. You know what I mean? Like, just like, you need to just prove them wrong. You don't need to have a sob story. You don't need to make people feel bad for you. Prove them wrong. All of this shit you told me, all of this shit, like, who was Galton, Voicey, Trifecta Retail Ventures? Show me the numbers. Show me the receipts. Show me all of it. And everyone will shut up. You know? However, we understand that it is no easy task and we will not hold it against you. Prefer to sit this one out. If you want to cancel any existing bookings or future contracts with us, we will accept all cancellations without question, but with great regret. Thank you. And yeah, this is where they said, by the way, you know, if they ever try to like get mad at me, it literally says right here, feel free to share this letter publicly if you wish. Okay. P.S. One of the biggest achievements of my career so far has been seeing all my favorite creators work on this project. If you would like to discuss these points further, I'm more happy to do so, and I'll make myself available to you at any hour. Okay, okay, so let's move on, because here we got another thing. Got another thing here, all right? We got another thing. Because they sent me, quote-unquote, facts and logic. This was a letter written by the executive director of treesforthefuture.org, John Leary. So I guess this is like an email that they get whenever they donate. And it says, "Dear established titles, we at Trees for the Future and the farmers we serve want to thank you for your commitment to our cause. Your generous contribution of $150,000 will plant trees and forest gardens throughout sub-Saharan Africa and provide farmers with the tools, seeds, and training they need to plant themselves out of poverty and hunger for decades to come. Your support will have a far-reaching impact on farmers and the environment. We cannot thank you enough." $150,000. I don't know, how many trees is that? Is it $1 a tree? Or how does it work? Because they said they planted 2 million. Through our forest garden approach, we train farmers to plant trees in a way that revitalizes and protects soil, restores landscapes, increases biodiversity, and captures carbon from the atmosphere. The first year of training, farmers can increase their income by 400%, ending the cycle of generational poverty for their families. Farmers are also able to diversify what they grow, providing their families with nutritious food all year long. To learn more about what blah, 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 blah. Okay. And then down here, for tax purposes, date of gift, blue, 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 amount donation, $150,000. Please keep it your records. Trees for the Future is terrible, blah, blah, blah. Tax, there's even a tax ID. mean, it looks pretty legit. I mean, I don't really foresee this being fake, but shouldn't the trees be planted in Scotland? Did they ever promise that? I thought they were just, I mean, yeah, it is to, I mean, I guess that's true. That is true. But they did say Africa. And their whole bit is that they're saving the Scotland land. But they are just, you know, donating. And then. So, okay. Another question. What I was talking about before. $150,000. That's not 2 million trees. I know this is just one email. All right. I know that. But established titles. All right. Listen up. Listen up. Listen up. And Kamikoto Knives, which they're not technically a part of this, but they are a parent company. And I actually like Kamikoto Knives because I still use them to this day, and they're pretty good knives. But we need receipts. We need facts. We need stats. We need numbers. Throw me some goddamn numbers, all right? I want you to wake up at 3 in the morning and throw me some numbers. Because this... It's just 150,000. All right, let me look this up, okay? Trees. Oopsies. Trees for the chat. I can type. All right? Trees for the future. Okay. So, how much, so if I donate as an individual, let me make sure it's like, I don't know why my information would pop up, but so, I'm just curious, how much does it take for a tree? Does anyone know? Okay, it doesn't give me anything here. 'Cause I thought it was like $1 a tree. Or is it more than that? But anyway, what I'm trying to say is 150,000 is not, I don't think that's 2 million trees. They literally aren't showing any proof of this stuff in their proof response. Yeah, all they did was show an email. It's not going to do it for me. You need more info, bro. You need more information. And I don't know, their response was just so immature and so like kind of attacky. Like they were definitely just picking out that one guy who said something and were like, this disgusting person who makes a career off of talking about other people's stuff. Like that was a little bit, that was a low blow. It didn't feel right. It did not feel like a business response. It didn't feel professional. It literally felt like a poor Logan Paul apology video. Yeah, it felt like they were butthurt. That's for sure. Why are you catching us on our own errors? YouTubers have better apologies than that. It's about the same. I'd say it's about the same. Well, honestly, I was hoping that would like, you know, add a little bit of like, oh, who's the real bad guy here? But now I'm just like, that didn't do anything for me. That was just whining and complaining. When you catch your BF cheating and he gets mad at you for snooping. Why are you looking at my phone? All right, but that's pretty much all I'm going to say about that. I have no freaking clue if, still don't know if they're a scam. I mean, from their response, it ain't looking too good. You know, it ain't looking too good. I'm not going to sponsor them anymore just because I don't feel right about it, because it did not seem good. And that response honestly made it worse. I was hoping it would like, you know, kind of make everyone be like, oh, wait, who is the real bad guy? But that was straight up like, no. Sus. They're the imposters at the end of the day.
Now it's time to walk away. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Did you laugh or cry or maybe subscribed? I'll thank you either way. You know I will miss you. I hope you return. Tell your friend or your mother to get me more views, please.